Heyo and welcome back. You are here for day 2 of the first NOvEL. It's pretty exciting stuff. Today we're going to talk about a bit about world building and setting the scene, and we're also going to be making some Christmas decorations. So that's awesome. Stick around and we'll get right to it. So today we're going to be making super fancy snowflakes. I went onto Pinterest and found some easy DIY. Oh, Kit. I went onto Pinterest to find some super easy and really cost-effective Christmas decorations, and I found these. I didn't actually think they were going to turn out that good, but this is what we're going to be making today. Super easy to do with the kids as well, so if they want to get involved, why not? I think this is actually a really apt thing to be doing while we have a bit of a chat about world building, because effectively what you're doing with Christmas decorations is you are creating a sense of the world that you want to be in. You're creating a theme of Christmas in your house, and that's really kind of what world building is. So for anyone that doesn't know, world building is just that. It is building your world. I 100% believe that this applies to anyone writing any book. Obviously, it's more crucial and more time consuming and extensive in things like fantasy and sci-fi, but I 100% think that contemporary books need to do this as well. But let's get on to making some crafts while we talk. So, you're going to need 4 things. Firstly, you need some paper, whatever paper you want, and it needs to be square. So if it's not square, then cut it into squares, ease peas. This is just plain copy paper that you would put in any printer. You also need some scissors. Kids, get your parents to help. A stapler. This is my cute little stapler that I got today. It's tiny. And some sellotape, some scotch tape, some kind of tape. Once you've got your square, you just take one, I'll put that one aside for now, and you fold it into a triangle. Then you fold it into a triangle again. Pretty easy. With your triangle, you need to cut 3 slits in it, and you go from the edge that's got the fold towards that open edge, and you want to go parallel to the longest end of the triangle. Now when you're cutting, you need to be careful not to cut completely through. Obviously that's not going to help us with anything. You just want to cut right up to the edge but not through the edge. So the reason why I think it's still important for even contemporary novels to have world building elements in there is because, say you've got a really rich guy, we're talking, you know, in a romantic novel, it's pretty common to have a billionaire or something like that, but you need to create that world. What does his house look like? What does his job look like? What does his cars look like? What in the world makes it that he is this rich person or whatever? Same if you're going poor, or if someone is part of the Russian mob or anything like that. I don't know what that looks like as a reader. You need to show that to me. Obviously in things like fantasy and sci-fi, it's far more extensive. You've got to have magic, there's the possibility of non-human races and different, completely unknown political and social structures if you want to go that far. Languages, it's just a lot more extensive, but it effectively boils down to the same things. Alright, so we're going to carry on with the craft now, and all you need to do is open it up again. You can see we'll have a square or a diamond, if you like to look at things a little bit differently, with little cuts in it. So the next part is pretty easy. We're going to take the 2 middle bits, fold them together, and stick them with some sellotape. Easy done. That very first one, it's really handy to use your little pinky finger just to make sure it doesn't flatten on itself. And now all you do is alternate directions for the last 3. And there you have one of the sides of your snowflake. Now all you need to do is make another 5 of those, so you need 6 in total. Luckily, I may or may not have prepared some earlier. So I've already got my 6, but you go away, do your 6, and come back and we'll talk about world building a little bit more. One thing that I found really, really useful with world building is a thing called a story Bible. My story Bible is by no means complete, but what a story Bible is a folder that has everything about your book in one place. Why I find this really helpful is that you can describe scenes, keep them all together, you can describe places, rooms, whatever you want to, and keep it all in one place. This is also a really good place while you're writing for noting down any other things you come up with. For example, my main character and her aunt ended up having horses. I had named one of the horses and decided what colour she was going to be, but I hadn't really thought about the other one. Now I've talked about her aunt's grey mare. I note down that her aunt has a grey mare, so I never have to forget if it comes up again. That helps you sort of smooth out a lot of those inconsistencies that could come in, and it also helps you with not having to go back through your whole manuscript to find out what colour horse it was. Because that's not fun. That is not fun. Okay, so with our 6 sides to this snowflake, we just need to arrange them in a circle. Now I'm going to make sure that the big end of each snowflake is facing one way. So one way all the way around. You don't need to do it that way, it's just how I'm doing it. So the big end is going to be facing clockwise. There we go. And now all we need to do is attach them together. So to attach them together, we're going to staple them on the inside here, and then staple each of these edges together so that it stays together. Before I get going on that, I just wanted to mention setting the scene a little bit. Whilst this isn't really part of the overall world building process, as in like making the decisions of what your world looks like, it's really important for showing the reader what your world looks like. And it often comes at the start of the book or the start of a chapter, or when a character walks into a room. When you first see a place is often where this comes in. And the one tip that I have found really useful is to use all 5 senses. So what can the person see? What can they touch? What can they smell? What can they hear? And I've totally forgotten what the last sense is. Taste! What can they taste? Now taste is a bit of a weird one, but the thing is, if you've got a really poor person who's gone into a really wealthy house or something like that, and they have a meal, then that could be really important. It could also affect the smell. Smell and taste are quite closely linked, so I think that's a really good way of going about it, not forgetting about the 4 other senses. We often just go with sight, and fair enough, that is an important thing, but it's not the only way to describe a setting. I'm going to carry on now and staple these together, and then we'll almost be done. Easy. Here we go, we've got the basic snowflake. Now what happens when you lift it up though, is it kind of goes a little bit floppy. So what I found is if you attach them together here, it just creates a nice shape that doesn't fall out of place. So I'm going to do that now. There we have it. 1 complete snowflake. Well, 2 complete snowflakes because I'd done one earlier. So we've got 2 now. We're going to go and hang these up somewhere in the house to help set the scene, help create our Christmas world. Don't forget to jump on the link below and go and enter the giveaway that I've got running at the moment. You could win $40 US worth of anything you want from the book depository. So jump on that link, get involved. You gotta be in it to win it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you didn't see yesterday's video, pop back and have a look at that one as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and reviewing on Goodreads. But for now, I am going to go decorate our house a little bit. And you don't forget to laugh at yourself. I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.